Randall Miller. Please state your name and address.
Randy Miller. I'm from Los Angeles, working for Moby Munch, which is an LA-based company that provides services and products to operators of food trucks. And I'm here to support either option 2 or option 3 to expand the use of food trucks here in the community. The health and safety concerns, obviously big concerns, but there are other people here who can address them. I'd like to focus my time on the economic opportunities and community building opportunities for having food trucks. As far as the economic opportunities for citizens, this is a way to buy a job. There are people who have been laid off in the hospitality industry, chefs who have been laid off, people who have experience working in a kitchen, operating a kitchen, who have lost their jobs that can now buy themselves a job by operating their own food truck. So that independent operator space, great economic entrepreneurial opportunity like she was talking about. There are also large chains getting into the business, so regional and national chains. And even though there may not be as much upside as an entrepreneur has, there are day-to-day, paying jobs for those businesses. They'll be hiring management, they'll be hiring staff, prep cooks, lots of opportunities for those big chains that may want to use food trucks in this community that can hire people to work on those food trucks, even though they may not be based here. It's also a boon to retailers, and examples, by the way, of those large chains are Qdoba, Rubio's, Aramark. We're working with all of these large chains in other parts of the country, not here in San Bernardino, to help them operate their food trucks. It's a boon to retailers. Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, Main Street in Los Angeles, these areas, Abbot Kinney in Los Angeles have weekly or monthly events, and that brings people to the food trucks, and the retailers who operate retail shops in that area benefit. When people come out to eat food, they also look at the stores and end up buying things in the stores. So it's a boon to the retailers. When you look at a community that has both restaurants and retailers on the same blocks, the restaurant owners may not like the competition, but the retailers are happy to have these trucks because it creates retail opportunities for these retailers. Brick and mortar operations that are starting food trucks, another big market for us. Border Grill is the best example of this in LA. Border Grill operates 2 food trucks, and in fact, since they started their 2 food trucks, which created opportunities for employment to work on those trucks, their regular restaurant business is up 15% since they started doing food trucks, because people eat off the truck and then say, hey, let me take my wife to dinner this weekend at the restaurant. So it actually has helped the brick and mortar operators who are getting into the food truck business. And brick and mortar operators who can't expand because they can't afford to right now, it's a lot lower cost to expand using a food truck, allows these brick and mortar operators to actually expand their businesses that may not be expanding right now because of the cost and all the obstacles that he was addressing in terms of starting one. As far as revenue opportunity for local governments, we have an agreement with a company called Micros, which is the biggest player in the point of sale space. We have a wireless technology that allows us to wirelessly transact credit card payments and also track all of the activity, even with cash. It tracks all of the transactions, and you can press a button for any community you're going to be in, any municipality you're going to be in, and track the revenue for that municipality on the web on a daily basis. You can go in and get a report from that Micros point of sale device that uploads into a cloud and is available on the web.
Time.
So the community building part I didn't get to. I apologize for the limited time.
All right.
By the way, Randy at Moby Munch is my email address if you guys would like to.
Not a problem. Please hold on. There's a question from Supervisor Derry.
So on the sales tax collection side,
Yep.
You can track it, but does it still go to the state collection?
Well, and that's a good question. We have it for each municipality, so I'm not sure if the state portion of the sales tax, as you know, sales tax isn't just one fee, right? There's municipal sales tax as well as the state sales tax. So it tracks both, but basically if I'm in Santa Monica as an example versus LA, they have their own tax rules, and at least for the municipality can provide that taxes. I don't know about the state level. I hadn't heard about that before.
So did the vendors just write a check for the
Basically, they're responsible for tracking the machine tracks the revenue for them in terms of the sales tax revenue. I can show you an example of a report. I brought some with me if you want to take a look at them. But basically, I'm not sure the actual mechanics of how that money gets to the city or state. But it can be tracked by the web. It can be pulled up in a report very easily off that device. And I can show you examples of that. I have some if you guys would like some. I have samples.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Should I give the samples to the clerk here?
Go ahead and hand them in.